So it's going to have a pull effect on metals. And you know, iron and ore in the ground, it's going to get raised up.
Right. Wow.
Right, there's a double helix on here. If you can see it, I'll just play it quickly like that. See
Someone
that?
in my
There's
chat
one
room told me to tell you, FPV, that you make more sense that out of anything that he's heard so far about the magnetic poles or whatever.
Thanks very much.
Just letting you know.
Yeah, cheers. All welcome.
Cheers.
Right, what we're looking at here, so I've just taken out that mimic map. And what these are here, these purple things, are the 4 pillars that Ceres found on his map. And this is the magnetic data around the centre of our world. Slightly right of centre here. Helix is playing a part here, going between these 4 pillars. Again, reference in scripture, the 4 pillars. That's them there, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is looping back and 2, but not all the time. Because what was important about the date on that mimic map, that is the winter equinox in 2016. Mimic maps, and I don't always see this big line snaking around the world. Quite rare, well, not rare, but you know, it does pop up, but not 2. It's the first time I've seen 2 going around. Hold on, I'll try and pause it. You see Easter Island to the west of South America. Look at the signaling coming from Easter Island going down to Antarctica. Really, there's masses of signaling going on. Remember, this is the winter equinox. It's telling me some technology is getting switched on, some's getting switched off, route to a new path, creating, you know, starting the winter equinox. It's technology. It's 100% technologically driven. Here's earthquake data. The back of it. There's the earthquake data. See, I'm overlaying it with the grid, trying to find out, you know, are these making sense with these lines or these circles anywhere? Data. And what I did notice is with the earthquake data, especially around this area here, where the mouse is there, if you can see it, there, and it's 10 kilometers down. So about 6 miles down, there's something of extreme interest, in my opinion, right there. These angels. Because wherever there's one of these dots on this grid, that's where there's an angel below ground. I'll get to that in a minute. Same with these corners referenced in the Bible. All these dots have got an angel below them. 48 on the outside of the 8x8 grid and 32 on the inside. Plus, I know there's more buried under land. You know, they're not part of that grid, but they're still playing a part in the grid. They just didn't come with this grid from the Nazca lines. Under land. As an example, Devil's Tower in the States, under there, because if you look at the rock, it looks like it's been grown and stretched upwards with a slight twist. And see, there's going to be an angel below that. Also, Yellowstone volcano, drill a hole in it. Why I think we've got volcanoes is it's technology causing it. So they're trying to get access to the technology down below the volcano, in my opinion. Get what they're looking for. Also, the landmass in the south. You see Antarctica. This is very elevated compared to the rest of the world. Now, I put that down to the grid on these halos. Remember, they've got a pull factor on land. Describes why this landmass is so much raised compared to the rest of the world, because there's such a congregation of this grid and location. There's the solar eclipse data for 20 years. I've just been overlaid on the grid to see if anyone that knows a lot about eclipses can, oh, that makes sense, or, you know, give me some ideas. These corners, there's a blue one there and a red one here. But look at that one there, it follows that halo perfectly right up to about there, and then it drops down. Eclipse, that's probably many, you know, across in the span of 20 years, but it all seems to be around that same circle there. This one here, there's rock. Now in the Book of Enoch, it mentions into the sky like lambs. Now, the only way they could do that if there's a nodal point above and an angel below. A perfect example of one. So that tells me there's an angel below Edge Rock, and there's definitely a nodal point above it. The pyramids, I think, are a way of harnessing this upward effect, this toroidal field. I think they figured out how to harness that in some way. The island, we know it's playing a part now because we've seen a lot of masses of signalling. The signalling's not coming from the surface, by the way, it's all below ground. On the Easter Island, I can't see any antenna arrays that would send signals like they did down to Antarctica. So whatever it is below ground. Hollow Earth. You know, there's networks of tunnels down there with, I think Enoch got the two. You know, what he's described makes sense to me now when you apply it to technology. He's just done he's just done his best job he can describing what he's looking at. Easy. You know, I can't write a script for this. It'd be impossible. So you're looking at this, the altitude of these, you know, these are your tropics. These is whatever the sun's altitude is. You probably thought I was going to tell you the altitude of the sun there, didn't you? But no, I don't know it. Whatever it is, it's the height of these. Antarctica, and probably at the extremes, it's a lot lower. Because it's obviously it's climbing up and then coming back down. Like I said about these, it's all represent angels. You can see here, with that intersection, that's Lake Titicaca in Peru. Off there on the coast, where we've been seeing a lot of earthquake data coming from. It's a grumpy bit of technology, it probably needs a tweak. And then, you know, upgrade it a bit. Same with the ones in Mexico. He's probably a bit grumpy when it switches on. It's a bit old now, and it will need upgrading. So I think that's where the money's really going, upgrading this technology. You got the one there in Venezuela, Falls, which is a good guess where its name came from. I bet there's an angel right below Angel Falls. Country's also in a lot of trouble currently, so you can see you're also looking at the real political map. This grid is the real political map, by the way. Problems are all over this, they're all to this grid. But we won't get to political today. The red areas and goldy yellow areas, they're high elevation. Elevated land, and the red and gold colours are regions. You can see again where the grid plays a part in raising land. Greenland here, totally obscured. They won't let you look at it. We know there's something going on in Greenland. They just don't let you see it on the map. This corner here, see these angels in these three sections off Canada and Alaska. So, you know, there's a big interest in that area of the world. Whoever lives in this area, watch your backs, because they want this, they're after this.
And that would be where the planes are coming from. Remember I was telling you, I don't know where these planes are coming from every day. Exactly where those four are up are by Canada. That's where I live. And these planes are coming out of the Atlantic, but I don't know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Because there's no land up there.
Around here, so, yeah, there will be land somewhere around here. Guarantee it. There's got to be land around this area somewhere.
Yeah.
Saying about it congregating in the south, the grid, and it creates the land mass. You know, remember this is like a diamond or a square, this shape. So there should be land mass in the north, east, and west also. It's congregating over here, over in the east and in the north. So to me, there's more land than just Antarctica. There should be some in the north, east, and west. The lineup of these across the countries, you know, they make sense as well. I won't go into, you know, you get into politics there because of where some of these lie, but I'm not going to talk about them. You can see, you know, UK's got one. There's one there, one here, Iceland.
FPV.
The volcanoes. Yeah.
FPV. They're looking at that now, but at the beginning of the video, you explain why you see it like this.
Most of the people in the chat, I'm sure Bro and Santos have seen by the mandalas that I showed before, yeah? This was like an update for Santos and Bro, I guess. But I'm sure I showed you the mandalas at the start before, haven't I, Santos? The Nazca mandala and the Sun Star of Peru. That's what these old that's what these old. You can see there, look, Australia. There's rock somewhere where one of these will intersect. Why you get elevated terrain in certain areas? Especially the south. Look at it. Look at the south. Why that can't be happening in the northeast and west either. But if I haven't showed you them before, yeah, what I've been working with is the Nazca Peru. That's the Sun Star of Peru. And that's the Nazca Mandala grid. And the things in the corners that you see. That's an 8x8 grid.
That is awesome right there.
And that's a 12x12 grid. The 8x8, you know, it slots right into there, which is what I've overlaid on that map. The 8x8 is this circle here, the Antarctic circles there, and the 12x12 is the rest of it. It's going to get expanded beyond this. We've now found there's still more things out there to add to this. So, than this. We've now got it roughly a 15x15 grid. 15 is 227. There's your perfect 9 again. Because we have got more halos to add to this. But what's going on out there? I have no idea. You know, what's going on beyond what we know, I couldn't tell you. Reaching out to people there, asking, you know, point of view, what the hell is beyond what we know? These rings will have things orbiting them. But yeah, once they get them on the map, and that better to you. Now the energy source, the heart of the machine. Remember Satan? Nothing to be afraid of, people. It's an energy source. It's the power source. That's what's running all this technology. Whatever it is, that's it there. Right in the middle.
That spooked me right out.
It's just off the coast of West Africa. It's actually 0.0 on the Google Earth. And if you look on Google Earth, it's called Palestine. It's called Palestine. It's off the coast of Africa in the sea, below the sea. You know, it's down below somewhere, and it's the heart of the machine. Because if you hold on, I'll zoom out. It's all connected to everything. So these, you know, I don't know scripture very well, but I'm sure I've read somewhere something about Satan's seat. Would probably be classed as Satan's seat because it looks like there's a tunnel to the center. I think these are a network of tunnels below ground. The power source.
Sorry, brother. I was just going to say this is what is called Brahma in the Hindu cosmology.
Brahma.
Yeah, the creator. This is Brahma. Brahma is associated with Abraham, Abraxas, abrasion, as I said before, abracadabra. This is the abracadabra of creation. This is Brahma. Brahma is also associated with the Ram. He is the creator. Vishnu is the preserver. Vishnu preserves all of this. And then Shiva, Satan, will destroy it.
Amazing.
Well, I mean, he doesn't destroy it totally. He destroys it as in the preserver is the maintainer, and a destroyer does the other maintaining. If you don't destroy, you can't. Cycles will not continue. There's the creative half of the ecliptic, then there's the destructive half. That's how it works.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
And just
It'll just keep on looping and looping over and over, won't it?
Just to let the people on my end know that when he said about what he said about Brahma, I put a collage up on my end if you guys want to look at your YouTube video. And man, it's like we all on the same page because I see the same parallels. You're right. Of Brahma and all of that, what he's saying and all the images and stuff. And then Abraxas, this is like tying it all together, man. Shout out to you, FPV.
All right, cheers, bro. Yeah, good everyone's tuned in and switched on. You know, I look at the people in the flat earth community, and to me, they're the most switched on people in the world, because once you see flat earth, you see everything that's wrong in the world. You know, you start making all these connections, and where it all fails, goes everything flat earth. It really will. You know, I never thought once I would be presenting things like this to people. You know, I sat for the first year, I sat and just watched other people looking into flat earth, own research into the Nazca lines, and then I realized they were actually blueprints. Either from those blueprints. Yeah, still a long way to go. But you know, I'm just giving you an update.
Your work is
here's another
fantastic.
I mean, it just came, and I was finna go, and he came on here and got me sitting back like, wow. He even said something about blueprint. We know that the blueprint is the layout. That's like the foundation for the building. And Santos earlier was saying about red and blue shift. And I think that blueprint or that foundation probably be linked to Kali, who is the blue deity, who symbolize like those foundating waters. Like when we say aqua, qua is for, and I think that the waters is like the foundation, so to speak, waters above, waters below.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
I wonder what's above and below. Yeah,
it's
go ahead.
Like your ripples, bro. You were talking about ripples before, and you look at FPV's work, and it's the ripples. And something else I just want to say, while FPV's got it up, it says Glastonbury and Shaftesbury is the fourth chakra, the heart chakra. And I'm just talking to a man who knows that the pyramid up the road from me may be one of the first pyramids.
Yeah, I think all these pyramids and ancient sites are all connected.
It is important because I sent FPV a picture yesterday where all the lines match back to England. And if he's correct, it's one of the first pyramids, it probably would. Because FPV is wondering whether all the pyramids are all linked and...
Yeah. Well, they're either linked or playing a part like some of these are. You know, like the Great Pyramid of Giza, that one there. That's playing a part because it's definitely got an angel below it because there's its halo. You know, it's marking it on the site for you where it is. And with the, like I said about the pyramids, I think they've found a way of harnessing that energy.
So what did you say about England? I didn't catch it all. That was interesting.
Well, I'm uploading a video right now, and I've got permission to use the gentleman's talk about it. I've written to him. He says he's going to come on next Sunday. What it is there's a mound. There's other things. There's stone circles, a long barrow. There's other things. But there was this mound, and they called it Silbury Hill. Here believes it's a chalk sort of mound, and it's man-made, but it's some sort of earthy thing. And then what it was is about 10-15 years ago they were doing something to it, and I sort of remember him supposedly a bit of it had collapsed, which meant they went inside, blah blah blah. Anyway, I went back to it a little while ago and I suddenly thought, I found it. Well, it's in the internet as a pyramid of the world, and the long barrow's in there, and it's like, what? And then I found this guy who's explaining that it's possibly the first pyramid, and it's a white pyramid. And there are so many things there. Anyway, I'm making this video. I'll put it out. And this guy John, I'm not sure of his surname now because I'm not looking and it's a bit late, I'm tired, but he's going to come on a week today on Sun and Moon to talk about this pyramid. But here, hardly anybody knows it's a pyramid. They'll still think it's a mound of earth. And it's a step pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the biggest pyramid. I'm finishing the video off and I'll send you a link to it, bro, so you can see it. The gentleman in this talk, after I say my bit, he's coming on Sun and Moon a week on Sunday. And it's just very interesting because he knows a lot about pyramids. So, and isn't it amazing? Look, it says on that chart there, the fourth chakra is the heart chakra, and it may be the first pyramid.
Shaftesbury. And it's playing a part there. Look, according to this, it's got the halo. It is playing a part. What I was going to point out to you on this is this. See the double helix, what I mentioned off the mimic map. See it there? Because I think we're actually dealing with something like this now. You'll see something play in a second. Hold on.
Can I just explain one thing before you move on, FPV? FPV knows that on Sun and Moon on Sundays, we have Angel and Artists, and they're into pyramids and ancient sites or whatever it is. And what it is that Chris Monk had been doing stuff about electrical arcings, and then Artists is continuing it and finding many electrical arcings all around the world, and the fact that the trees are growing there. So what he worked out was that the trees aren't growing up in that sense. From above them, they're actually growing horizontal, growing along the land, and they're all happening around. I can't remember which one it is now, whether it's the positive or negative arcing because it's so rich there. Anyway, what it is around this pyramid, there are loads of these circles, these arcings. They're not huge, but they're there. So it's just very interesting. So of course, this gentleman will talk all about that. But anyway, is that okay, bro?
Okay. You know what? This has been real good. I kind of got to get up out of here, but I would like to do this again, most definitely, especially. And y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Sun and Moon Group, FPV, and make sure I know most of everybody out there should already be subscribed to Santos Bonacci. Make sure y'all definitely subscribe if you haven't. If you haven't subscribed to Santos Bonacci, then what have you been doing? So yes, make sure you subscribe to Sun and Moon Group because they help bring these together, and they arrange these meetups between me and Santos, and they bring a lot of good people through their platform. So if you like this live stream, chances are you'll like a lot of the streams that they do on their channel. And again, FPV, this is good, man. I definitely want to get you back anytime, man. You welcome anytime as well.
Yeah, thanks a lot, bro. Yeah, I'll be back. Don't worry. Any updates? You know, I'm usually I don't know or one of the guys. I don't do a lot on my own stream. I'll be streaming to other people's streams, and for the reason being, it's 1080 on my drive, but you know, by the time it's restreamed like through Karen's, it'll come down to 480p. So what I normally do is stream like I am now. And then I'll strip the audio off Karen's stream and put it back on the 1080, and that's what I'm currently doing now. And I'll upload this in 1080p onto my own channel with the audio taken from streams.
You know, and I don't mean to stop you right now.
Get to see it there.
If you would pause your stream and keep talking, that'll be fine. Because I want to screenshot that. Can you go back to that and you can continue talking? Go ahead. Yeah, that right there, the other one.
When it was just the circles, I think he's talking about FPV.
Yeah,
about 2 seconds.
I need that image. I don't know.
And it was really nice seeing you again, Brother Sanchez. And I still have my channel also, people.
I did not know Marlena. I didn't know that. Listen, make sure. See, yeah, man, I feel bad. Now, guess what? I'm going to go subscribe to Marlena. I didn't know you did anything on your channel, but guess what? I'm going to go subscribe now. And to everybody out there, the Marlena
effect. Put your picture up, bro.
There it is. There's that picture. That's what you're talking about, eh?
I think it's the one either before or after that. It got like the 4 L's in all the corners.
Oh,
Anyway,
right. When he was,
Yeah, that one right
That
there.
one.
That
Good
one
to
right
bring
there.
people together, isn't it?
Oh yeah, because
it is.
we all telling the same story in our own ways, and it just come together as like a choir, beautiful music, you know.
You're all coming in.
guys.
You're all coming in. It's all overlapping. All overlapping.
Hey guys, have you taken that screenshot, bro?
I'm about to do it right.
Oh, after this one, can we go to the one that had pyramid written on it, the word pyramid, and I'll finish with with a gem on that one. When you go.
Also, thank you very much. Thank you very much, bro, for what you said and Sun and Moon and
Yeah.
Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
You know, and no doubt, most definitely. And remember, guys, the Marlena Effect is the name of Sister Marlena's channel.
Well, what's cool was my last video I put out was very short. It's only 2 minutes, and it's the elder, one of our elders from my community. He's traveling all over the place, and he was in Europe, and he told me to check out his new video, like the video that they did of him. And there's a part in there, so I took it, where he's telling about our word for flat earth. It's good to move. So he talks about it being a flat plane and us all standing on it and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's only 2 minutes.
You know what? I'm gonna check.
Can we go to the slide that had the word pyramid in it?
Thanks, Marlena.
FPV?
Yeah, I'm getting there now.
You're welcome.
Oh, sorry.
That one there, is it?
No, it had the word pyramid written on the screen. You see the word. Just keep flicking through. It's there. I think you might have had
that one.
There, okay. Can you see this? Can you see the ram in the middle of pyramid?
Mm-hmm.
Pyre is fire. And when you exchange the B with a P, you get Brahma. This is Brahma, the pyramid. It's Brahma. Pyramid is the same word as Brahma. Think about it. Pyro. Pyro is, when you say proton, if you put a Y in between the P and the R, you'll get what the proton really is. It's a pyroton. It's aton in fire. And pyramid is the ram in the middle, or the right ascension of meridian, because the pyramid was, the Great Pyramid was the GPS right ascension meridian on the ground, as in Greenwich Mean Time. So they stole it, the English stole it and moved it over there before the French did, after the French did, of course. But this is Brahma. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, guys.
That is awesome right there. The ram in the middle, that is tight right there, man. I appreciate that. That's a good one right there to end on. Yeah, so let's end this stream at this time. Is there anybody wanted to say anything before I close the panel on my end?
Thank you very much for being here, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. I miss you guys over on Brother Sanchez's channel.
No,
Yeah,
Thanks, everyone.
You're welcome, Santos.
And to be continued.
Oh, yeah, to be continued. This is going to be regular, guys. Sun and Moon group. And you see, hey, like I said, get used to it. I thank y'all. I'm going to close the panel, and I guess I'll speak with my chat for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to go. So shout out to Sun and Moon group again. I'm going to let y'all go, man. Much love to y'all.
Thank you, bro. Woo, he's gone. Thank you, FPV.
That was
Thank
fast.
you, Santos.
No worries.
Yep, thank you, Karen.
Did
Thanks,
you
everyone.
enjoy that, Santos?
Of course. I always enjoy syncretism. I live for it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, to be continued.
Yes, for sure.
Oh yeah, more to come yet.
Oh, yeah. A lot more. We've only just started.
So what do you kind of make of PB's work then with angels and halos are actually different?
Yeah, it's spot on. Yeah, it's all angelic. It's all angels. It's all atoms. It's all natures, as the Egyptians said. Nature. This is nature. This is how our cosmos is naturally. We are exposing this. We are revealing this. It's a no-brainer. The sacred geometric forms are all throughout this creation. It's a Merkaba. I call it a tom-tom. A Taurus Merkaba. Taurus Merkaba Tesseract mandala for now, just to be cheeky, a tom-tom. And those are the 4 shapes I see. Once I expand more and grow more with all of us, I'll start to see more. There's more forms, more angels to discover.
Oh yeah. That's what I said about if you see these halos, record them, and let me know how many nodes are on the halo location on the map, because there is a lot to locate still. You know, the angelic language, it lists 92 minimum angels. You know, I've got 80 on that grid, 48 on the external, and 32 on the internal. It's 12 still to find minimum. It didn't list the names of the lesser known ones. So